As long as I'm laughing, I think it's fine. As long as I'm...
succeeded for the day.
The owners of the former Anthony's on the River take the City of Youngstown to court. We find out who was named Realtor of the Year, and we examine a document that laid the foundation for what became Trumbull County as we know it. This is the Daily Buzz. Hello everyone, welcome to the Daily Buzz. I'm Mike Moliterno. Now I'm sure all of you went home and watched The Last of the Mohicans last night, and of course you were totally blown away. And I know what you're thinking, Mike, please tell me they made a sequel. Well, I'm happy to report that even though Last of the Mohicans sounds like a pretty finite title, they did make a sequel. It's called Remember the Mohicans, it stars Denzel Washington, and it is about football or something. But either way, we have a lot to get to today, so let's get to our top story. The owners of the former Anthony's on the River building in Youngstown are suing the city, saying their constitutional rights were violated. Two Bridges and its partners, Ron Eiselstein and Chris Prater, filed a complaint in Mahoning County Common Pleas Court Monday, alleging their due process of law was violated when the city issued an emergency demolition of the site in late August. The city claims it has the right to demolish vacant properties and recoup the costs from the owners if they are in imminent danger of collapse. Meanwhile, First Ward Councilman Julius Oliver told the Business Journal he thinks the building was torn down for other reasons and that it didn't pose a threat to the public. You can read more in Dan O'Brien's story at businessjournaldaily.com. While he admits it's been more work than he expected, Rob Donahue's goal of opening his own insurance agency has been realized. Donahue and his two employees cut the ribbon Monday for his new State Farm insurance office on the square in downtown Warren. Donahue invested $30,000 and spent 6 months training for the job after leaving a career as a social worker.
Being a social worker was a great opportunity because it allows me to empathize with people, especially when things aren't going their way. And in the insurance business, a lot of times we deal with situations where things aren't going right for customers.
And a big shout out and congratulations to Patrickbergen, who has been named the Youngstown Columbiana Association of Realtors Realtor of the Year. Burgan is the co-owner of Burgan Real Estate, Burgan Friedkin Commercial Real Estate and Market Title Agency. He's also the president of the Realtors Association, which he's been a part of since 2008. Meridian Healthcare has received $30,000 from the Ohio Capital Corporation for housing for its Resident Advancement Program. The program provides housing and support for people in recovery at the Commons at Madison Apartment Complex. The Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce has received $50,000 for its Forward Lawrence initiative, which will create a community and economic development plan for the county. So far, the Chamber has raised $173,000 for the initiative. An interesting bit of info for those of you who don't know, the Trumbull County Courthouse on the square in Warren is not the original courthouse. That building was actually built in the early 1800s and would eventually burn. So the current building is actually the second courthouse? No. The second courthouse, which was built in the exact same spot, also burned. At that point, it would have been understandable if the people of Trumbull County had simply thrown up their hands and proclaimed that they were fated to live in a land of no laws, and that from that point on, anarchy and chaos would rule. Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. But they didn't. Instead, they rebuilt yet again, bringing peace and harmony to the land and fulfilling the aspirations of several notable Trumbull County residents who dreamed of establishing law in the area. And that, my friends, is the subject of our latest Flashback Mini. Here's a clip.
The first European settlers down here to the Connecticut Western Reserve, of course, came down here without an idea of really having any kind of political setup when they got here. Once Trumbull County was formed in 1800, this was something that they had to contend with. And one of the things that is most prized in our collection today is this document here behind me. This was created in 1803 by some of the very first men who came down here who were looking to create the first Trumbull County Courthouse, a place of justice for Trumbull County. And When we look at the document today, a lot of the names pop out to us as men that were incredibly influential in those very first early years.
You can see more videos on local history by clicking Flashback under the Content Studios tab at businessjournaldaily.com. And that is going to do it for today's Daily Buzz. Be sure to like, subscribe, and give us a comment in the comment section. You can dive deeper into any of these stories by clicking the links in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Mike Moliterno. It's called Remember the Mohicans.
717 Credit Union is paying it forward because we care about our business community. We are offering 6 months of free ACH and domestic wire services through small business payments when you open a free e-business checking account. 717 Credit Union. We are here for your business.